service, not just for your office, but the whole county. It's no secret in this county for years. Certain office holders have used their employees to raise money or put up yard signs, sometimes on county time, and forced them to even when they didn't want to. Now, I'm not going to say Fred is or isn't doing that, but I'm just saying that's happened in the past, and that's no secret. One way to deal with that is put that office under civil service and make sure the community and those employees know that it doesn't matter anymore in this county who you vote for in an election, who you donate money to, or what you do. You ought to have a job in this county because you come to work every day and you do it hard and you do it right. This is why you ought to have it.
Integrity. How do you restore integrity as part of your job?
I think you hit the nail on the head. You dot your I's and cross the T's. You come in, and do your job. And you do it well. We do our job. We collect the tax revenue. We do the investments. Our bank accounts everything is squared away.
All right. Let me talk about the key issues that are that may be facing this office when you walk in. And let's imagine, if you will, you've been elected to serve as the trustee. You're in the office now. You could be in the office. Your first 100 days. Give me your list of things to do, the top 3 things that you've got to do that maybe people who are not inside the office know, but these are 2 or 3 things that we've got to get done in this office so that it runs efficiently, so that it serves the community the right way. What are some things that have to be done, and what do you commit to do maybe in your first 100 days? Let me start with you.
Okay, the first 100 days, the first thing that we've got to do, without a doubt, is to get the new tax roll verified and loaded, to get the tax statements billed and issued, and to start the collection process. Those are what we have to do. We will get the tax rolls sometime in August. The election is August 7th. And right, the new tax year is getting ready to start. The first thing we have to do is verify that the tax roll is accurate. And, this isn't something that you can, just do in, in 1 or 2 days. It's probably going to take a couple of weeks. And, we go over all the details.
Sorry, Mr. Bratton.
Right, and tax payment time's right around the corner in October. So you have to hit the ground running, verify everything, get everything out, and be ready to collect those taxes.
All right. So talk to me about computer technology. From a technological standpoint, is this office as efficient as it can be?
We're pretty close, technologically. Here's some of the things we've done in the past few years. Probably 6-7 years ago, we started doing bank drafts. Probably 3 years ago, we started doing online credit cards and e-check payments. This past year, we started going. Maybe 2 years ago, we started going leaps and bounds with our banking services, and this is helps us. We're wiring money out probably 12 to 15 wires a week for the county. We're receiving money from the state of Tennessee and from the federal government every day.
Who's your technology guy?
Knox County IT.
Knox County IT.
Right.
Technologically, do you think this office is where it needs to be?
I think it probably is about. I think Knox County all across the board has been good with technology. What you've got to do is be aware when new technology comes on. And past it, you go to them and say, we need civil, that you can get it as soon as it's financially responsible to get it, and that you can get your people trained. But I think Knox County overall in our offices has done a pretty good job throughout the years of trying to be tech savvy.
How does the office go about selecting the banks you use?
By bids. Our main bank is determined by bid, and the other banks are that hold accounts are on a list that is approved by the Knox County Commission, and they're also on a list that is approved by the state of Tennessee. And their office it's a bank collateral pool list, and so and what that means is, every bank in there, any deposit that Knox County has, is guaranteed by the other banks in the pool, that if that bank should fail, Knox County's funds are going to be made good.
Because a lot of people are concerned about that now, and
right.
I don't think anybody's concerned about the solvency of the local banks here in town, but
right.
but that is a concern. It also is a concern because you don't want banks trying to leverage for political favor I mean, there's got to be there's got to
right.
be a bid process.
And one thing a lot of people don't realize: Knox County plays its budget very, very close to the chest, and we don't have a lot of money to put back for long-term investments. Every year, we're going to spend every penny that we bring in, and so at times it gets very tight.
Did either of you have any position on the hospitality fund? Because as the county's banker, actually, technically, according to county commission rules, state rules, any account you open has to come through the trustee's office, correct?
Right.
Any thoughts on that?
And none did on that. We weren't aware of it at all.
Do you consider it wrong, right, wrong?
Well, they didn't follow the rules.
Fred's correct on that. The rules weren't followed, and you can't blame him for that. It's who set that up on their own outside of Mr. Sisk or Mr. Lowe, whoever was there at the time.
All right, so before we wrap up, I'd like to give each of you an opportunity to tell us why people should vote for you and why you should be the next trustee. I know for myself, what I'm concerned about is integrity and efficiency.
Right.
First of all, that the person that holds the office is a person of high integrity, because that feeds down through the whole staff. You will set the tone. Your people will be as committed as you are. And then always, like you said, looking to the future to make sure that you're tweaking and make sure that it's as efficient as it possibly can be. So let me give both of you an opportunity to say your piece about why you ought to be the next trustee. Let me start with you, Mr. Bratton.
I think I have a real passion for service in this community, and I see an office that's a diamond in the rough. We can tweak the way that office run. One thing I want to do, I want to lead the fight to change the law on the Trustees Commission. Over $3.5 million a year. It's taken out of the school system budget. I want to lead the fight to change that law and give that money back to our schools. Over $16 million out of the last 5 years. I also believe we need to do something with delinquent tax attorney, change the way that's done, let the county law director do that, or put that out for bids. I think that's only the fair way to do that. And I think you put the employees in that office under civil service from day one. And I think you ought to do that, lobby to do that with all the county offices and all the county employees. I think those are probably three of the biggest things I believe needs to be done in that office.
All right. Mr. Bratton, thank you. Mr. Sisk?
Howard, I think you're exactly right. It all starts at the top. And I've performed almost every function in that office, and I know how it's supposed to be performed. And, I'll get there early, I'll stay late, and, I hope the other employees are going to do that. But why some people should vote for us are several reasons. The experience, the knowledge that goes with it, but also some of the other stuff we do, such as the substations in the office. And how the city-county building is now. Number one, there's not any parking that's close. Number two, you're going to have to stand in line to go through metal detectors just to get into the building. Our substations are out in the community. They're pretty close to the individuals. You can park at the front door. They can come in and they can ask questions and get answers and pay their taxes. That's one reason. Another reason is the senior tax freeze that was implemented this past year. I fought very hard for that. I mean, the voters voted for it, but we worked hard to get county commission to approve it for Knox County. Knox County is one of only 13 counties in the state that has adopted that. And that's a very important thing for senior citizens that is living on a fixed income. Sooner or later, Knox County is going to have a tax increase, and that's going to help protect these senior citizens from a tax increase that's going to push them over their ability to pay.
All right. I want to thank both of you for coming. Do you have websites? Websites? What's your website?
Bratton for Trustee.
All right, so you can go to brattonfortrustee.com to find out more information about Robert Bratton. You have a website?
Or www.fredsisk.com.
fredsisk.com. By the way, you can watch this video. I think Jesse has put an embed code if you want to email this or share this with friends. It's all there, and you can come back and watch this again or tell your friends at any time, and you can listen to the Haller and Hilton Hill Morning Show every weekday morning from 5:30 to 10 right here on WNOX. WNOXnewstalk.com. That's going to do it for this segment. We'll see you next time.